Good.
I just arrived here, and Murphy, who is right over here, was barking and was all kinds of excited, jumping around the couch, jumping over his guardians, barking, and let me know in no uncertain terms that he was very worked up about me arriving. It wasn't aggressive. From what I'm seeing, I think we have a dog that's fearful and doesn't know how to interact with people and just goes into a panic mode when new guests arrive. So we're going to recreate what I did earlier. I'm going to have the guardian kind of step over here against the wall so we can kind of see things. Now I'm actually about right here probably because I'm going to kind of get a little closer. Now when you have a dog that's very nervous, what a lot of people want to do is they want to pet the dog. One of the things the guardians do is tackle and hold on to him to keep him from running around. We want to block the dog from running around. I'm going to show them a different way of doing that, but we don't want to do it by physically holding the dog. That will really increase their reaction. So what we do want to do is get the dog engaging. Now I have the high value Tricky Trainer treats. When I came in, as you saw in the other video, I was kind of tossing a couple. And one of the things I noticed was that Murphy actually is pretty good at catching. So what I'm doing here is I'm lowering myself and I'm putting Murphy on my side. This is confrontational to a dog, and the higher I stand, the more rank or status I have. So to make myself more approachable, I'm lowering myself, not looking at the dog and keeping him on the side. Now if you have an anxious or nervous dog and you have guests arrive, you don't want your guest to pet, talk, interact, even look at your dog. They should ignore your dog. Now if you have a dog that's going to nip or bite them, that would be something where we need to incorporate some structure to prevent the guest from getting injured. But the more that the guest tries to engage with the dog when the dog doesn't want it, the less the dog's going to be interested in doing it. Now that I'm kind of sitting here, I'm thinking the better camera angle is I'm going to have the guardian come and sit here on the couch. And I'm going to show what I basically was doing while I was sitting right here. Murphy. You were catching all of them before, buddy. There you go. Murphy, sit. That's not a sit, but that's a good catch. Now, this activity gives me the ability to engage with him, but at a distance. Now, that's going to help him feel a little bit more secure about me. And just like if you go and visit a friend of yours who has, I do this with a friend of mine who lives in Venice, every time I visit his daughter, I bring a little pony. It costs me about $1. She loves me probably more than just about anybody else that comes to visit because I'm always bringing her something. Now, we almost have to work on it because now the first thing she says to me, did you bring me a little pony? Now you see he's able to get down to go get it. Now he skidded away. What I want to do is just get him moving forward. Dogs get over things by literally moving forward. So if I can I get you to pull the little one up? The little one was snagging the treats on the floor. At first I was trying to use that as a motivation. If you have two dogs, sometimes if you offer a treat and the other one gets it and the fearful one sees repetitively he or she doesn't get it, that motivates them to want to come a little bit closer and come and get it themselves. Now we don't want to obviously encourage a dog to jump on the table, but in this case we're getting him to come forward and we're getting him to relax a little bit and he's enjoying getting these tasty treats. Now what I'm going to do is actually offer it sideways, and this is the first time he's taking one off my hand. I'm leaving my hand there. See, he's licking it, he's engaging, he's investigating it. So after you hold, I deliver a treat, I like to hold it like this, and then after the dog takes it, I like to leave my hand there. And a lot of times, just like he's doing right now, he comes back for a second whiff or lick. The more contact that he has with me in a positive way, the more that he's going to feel comfortable about me. Now we're using high value treats to use positive reinforcement to create a more approachable behavior. And you can see he's settled down considerably. Now he is a very twitchy dog. So we're going to talk about exercise and some other things. I'm going to see if I can lure him to get him to come off of the couch to come and get this treat. I might have to lean over myself, and you see how he's a little bit, my little shift causes him to get a little bit nervous. There we go. Now what I'm doing is basically giving him kind of a jackpot by putting 2 or 3 treats here at the bottom. And all he's got to do is go and get him on his own. I'm not going to move when he's doing that. I shouldn't be talking, but since he seems to be comfortable with me now, I'm able to do it. But you see, the closer he gets to me, the more treats he gets, and he was able to come and take all of those treats. And this time he didn't jump back up on the couch. So when you have a fearful dog, we don't want to force. And if he's going to come over and sniff me, I'm not going to turn and look. I'm going to let him do that. The more that I ignore him, the more appealing I am to him. It's kind of like dating in high school. If you're interested in that person, they don't want to have anything to do with you. If you don't care about them, they want to date you. So when we have a fearful dog, we want to create situations and scenarios that's going to create the dog moving forward towards the guest, in the dog's own capacity. We don't want to force it. We don't want to drag it over. Every time we take over a control, that's really going to accelerate and enhance the dog's insecurities. Being able to come and sniff and move away makes the dog feel empowered. So when you have guests come over, because he likes to catch, what I would do is have the guest sit over here and have the guest basically toss treats to him, let him have them, and then eventually kind of put him on the floor. And then eventually get the dog to come closer and closer, and then you can get a dog that actually will interact with a guest, somebody that I've only been here about 6 minutes. I don't know how long this video is, but normally he wouldn't be this close to a new guest, correct?
Yeah.
He would not, or he would?
I don't think he would.
No.
Okay. So this is a great way that you can incorporate positive reinforcement to help a nervous dog feel more comfortable and more accommodating or more likely to approach a new person.